Alright, hi guys, Ponder here. Today we are going to be doing Ciaccona's event companion quest. We don't have Ciaccona in our party because she's not sufficiently built, but apparently she is really important to the story and the lore. And me reacting to her Resonator showcase, I think her influence as a bard transcends not just Raguna and Renacida, but I think that her character is really important to how she's connected and influenced to the other nations such as the Black Shores, Mount Firmament, and the Jinzhou regions. So, let's get started. Your summer will never wither. This themed event offers limited time rewards. Make sure to claim them after completion. A rumor about daemons is spreading through the streets of Raguna, with an article pointing to the former Poet Society. Golden Anthem. As you dig deeper, you'll uncover a tragic story deliberately concealed by the Order. Event quest, Renacida, Golden Anthem. Head to Trattoria Margherita between 8 and 12. Okay. Hello. Oh, hi, Carlotta.
Rover, fancy running into you here.
Hi.
Won't you dine with me? Ms. Margarita asked me to sample her newest pizza, but my goodness, these portions.
Oh, yeah, they're huge. Enjoying good music. Enjoying a date with a fine lady.
His acolyte's phone while clearing the abandoned library. A manuscript of a poem with an accompanying music sheet. The public has already caught wind of its contents. Did you know it was signed as Golden Anthem?
What the heck? Golden Anthem, once a reputable poet society in Raguna, consisting of 3 members, Feral, Selena, and Rimbod. They composed numerous anthems and poems glorifying the Sentinel and the Order, but were later accused of blasphemy by the Order and sent on a pilgrim sale. They vanished thereafter without a trace, and mentioning of their names is now forbidden in Raguna. That's insane. Corrupt Order, need to fix these guys. I've always been saying this, like, after playing the version 2.2 story. The only place that I can really assume out of an epilogue of the Renacida story is we have to confront the Order on how corrupt they are. But other than that, I don't know where the story's gonna go. Shifting from Renacida to Septimon, right? Sailing them off to their deaths, being killed by the Dragon of Dirge, and Penitent's End. Wow. They were glorifying the Sentinel and the Order. But the Order's like, we don't like you. We don't like that. So we're just gonna send you off to your death. Oh, hello.
It was their last work, written aboard the Pilgrim Sail. I reckon the original finder fished it out the sea and put it in the library, not knowing what it was.
Bro, why is that Cristoforo? He's part of the Fraxis. Why is he here? I mean, he never left, but he's just listening in.
Shh, quiet. They're criminals. Best not mention them in public.
No, they're not criminals. Golden Anthem, you say? Oh, we're not confronting them about it.
That name is not to be spoken of in Raguna.
Why?
Simply put, the Golden Anthem was once a renowned poet society.
Okay.
Their 3 members were once the Sentinel's cantors, but the Order banished them for insulting the divinity.
Insulting the divinity? They wrote poems and songs about them.
Allegedly, their pilgrim sail caught fire and
Allegedly.
none on board survived. And thus, their last known work disappeared.
That's so unfortunate.
Well, since the manuscript is no longer secret, how does the tune sound?
Give me a second. Let me think.
Uh-oh.
Hear that? It's exactly what they're playing now.
Gosh dang it, Cristoforo. Hey! Hey, yo, chill! Oh my gosh. Oh, they were poisoned by Cristoforo. What just happened?
Well, it would appear they were possessed by daemons.
This
Just
guy's
as
evil!
This very article suggests.
He's evil! Stop him! He's part of the Fraxidus. Stop. We need to... Ugh. This is so frustrating. It's you again. I wonder where you keep running off to during important times.
Friends, it's been too long.
Evil.
I gather you were also listening in on that conversation about the Golden Anthem's last work?
Can you send a message to Frolova? Not only is she coming home, but she's evil. I'm gonna get her one day.
What did you mean by daemons?
Resentful of the Order's verdict, they committed to paper a curse upon Rinasita and Draguna.
Oh, so they didn't like the Order. And so they were writing about how the Order's corrupt, but also they were worshipping the Thenodian, which is bad.
Those favored by the divinity were the most willing to raise the blade of rebellion, for they alone knew how to make divinity bleed and doctrines crumble. Though they died in exile to a great fire, their resentment festered in their music and poetry, transforming into horrors known as daemons. Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna.
Well, we don't want that to happen now, do we?
This article was recently published in the Raguna Literary Journal. Quite the perspective, wouldn't you say? Vengeance born of resentment. Such dark and twisted characters are hard to resist. Perhaps someone unwittingly played that tune just now and opened the plushies to possession by the daemons. Then again, it's all conjecture. Those in the Poet Society died years ago, and who's to say what really happened? Now, if those vengeful spirits really do exist, well, out of all the patrons here, they went straight for you, Rover. Curious and curiouser.
This guy.
By the way, it just so happens that I made a copy of the Poet Society's last work.
It just so happens. Coincidence? I think not.
Here, take it. Consider it a little souvenir from your spirited encounter. Maybe it'll prove useful later. Goodbye, friends. A
Useful.
change of venue is in order. I must finish my play.
Yeah. Go away. We don't want you here. Let's see what it says. Swept away by the storm are the cicadas of the Water Kingdom. Wheat straws lay adrift in the village's oaken wine mugs. Prolonged nights of summer, lost souls wander between streets and alleys. Withered leaves fall into autumn's abyssal tranquility. Rust of decay form on utensils of holy communion. Desolate winds of autumn. Acolytes measure the inclination of divinity with rotten scales. Frost cover pupils of stained glass. The confessional fills with silent ash. Sleepless night of winter. A wandering bard holds a frozen lute, playing sounds that never reach. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguna's true gold. Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna. Let this sail take us past the towers, past the surrounding walls, and past the sentinel sculptures, as we descend silently into hell, till this song drowns into the brilliance of the sunset.
Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna.
Is that really going to happen? I hope Cristoforo wasn't foreshadowing.
Unverifiable, yes, but not entirely dismissible. That said, a peculiar entity did indeed manifest, and it attacked you. So, let's start at the very beginning. I have a friend who's an expert in deciphering music. I believe you've met her before.
Yeah, very briefly. Unfortunately, she is severely underrated.
She who resembles Topaz should still be near Whisperwind Haven at this hour.
Hey, yo? Topaz? Star Rail? Golden Anthem, your summer will never wither. Follow Carlotta to look for Topaz. While heading to Trattoria Margherita, you encounter Carlotta, who invites you to join her for dinner. During the meal, you overhear a rumor about demons. Alright, let's go. Hello. We're here.
In her world, poetry and music hold equal sway.
Cinema?
Shh. Listen carefully.
Oh, beautiful.
set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings, let the twilight soothe our
Follow the song to find her.
skyward forever wild and free.
Beautiful.
Rover, Carlotta, it's been too long.
Yeah, after version 2.2 or playing the 2.2 story, I think that you deserve more attention.
You really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I was little.
You knew each other as children.
When I was a child, whenever I passed by Ciaccona's house, I'd always hear music drifting from the courtyard. Lively, spirited, and so full of emotion.
I remember it well. Those two guards of yours were like giants from Septimont. Easily 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Did somebody say Septimont?
Back then, Ciaccona's family conducted the Order's choir.
Wait. What did you say about Septimont? Giants? Giants and warriors and gladiators in Septimon? Oh my goodness. The mob fights are gonna go crazy. Her family conducted the Order's choir. Then why is Ciaccona a wandering bard?
How should I put it? Well, as they say, families are always rising and falling. But a song is a song, whether sung in a grand hall or beneath the open sky. As
Wow.
for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Anyway, the two of you came in such a hurry. I suppose you're not here to take in the music?
Oh, I would love to, but we have business to attend to. We have business matters to involve you in. I also really liked the shot of overseeing the Nimbus Sanctum with Ciaccona. I think that was really cool. Here's some music, by the way, a poem. Here's what happened.
Oh, so you eavesdropped on a man rambling on in C3 sharp, and then poof, out pops a monster.
Yeah, you can put it that way. How sharp is C3 sharp?
Let me see. It should sound something like this. About that, Sharp Rover.
I really like that singing detail. I love her. Yup, and just as grating.
I know, right? We should suggest to Miss Margarita that she add new signage. Sing with civility. It starts with us.
She also does a Scottish or an Irish accent.
Can we discuss restaurant etiquette later?
Sure, I'll treat both of y'all to dinner.
Of course. But I still need to know what kind of music could possibly have the power to conjure up those monsters of yours.
Maybe a certain someone shouldn't be here anymore. His name's Cristoforo. Here's some music.
Golden Anthem. That name should never be spoken.
According to who?
They're criminals. To conspire with them is to risk banishment at sea. Or worse.
Death by dragon. Deemed by the Order. The Order of the Deep can't harm us one bit. Yeah, we got approval from the very sentinel they're worshipping.
Don't worry. This won't be the first time we've crossed paths with the Order.
Not only will we protect you, we'll change them.
Fine. From what you've told me, the composers of this poem cursed Renacita, spelling the fall of Raguna.
Look at that, man. How beautiful.
When the poem is played, some type of horror appears. If I understand correctly, that's what attacked you and Carlotta. If you ask me, this story is a right load of codswallop. I don't believe a simple little poem could curse Renacita.
Maybe it can awaken some types of memories or powers.
Then you...
We need to get to the heart of this poem and music mystery. Let me join you. I can't resist a good adventure.
Who can deny this face? Who?
I'll help you find the link between the music and those daemons. But in return, I want you to hand these pages to me for safekeeping.
Of course. I trust you for my poem and songwriting. It's just a few sheets of paper, sure, no problem. I trust you.
Then we have a deal.
Hooray.
Since you believe this music summons them, how about we test it for ourselves? I've already memorized the sheet music.
I love the amount of skill that she has as a musician.
It's risky, but there's no surer way to find out. Wouldn't you agree, Rover?
Yep, seeing is believing. I'm well prepared.
The final work of poets banished to distant seas and condemned to death.
Oh, this is beautiful.
What, I wonder, did the verses forged in flames truly sing of.
God damn! Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh. Here we go. Whew! Even the detail on even having the 5-star sword from 2.2. Let's go, team!
They are just like the ones that attacked us in the restaurant.
Let the show begin!
Together we fight! Strike fast, heaven ordained.
Banish all vice. Thanks for watching.
Not bad. Careful. Okay, I trust you.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
Okay, so now she's using her powers to like look back or reminisce on past memories that have, or that are in this case connected to the song. She did this same exact thing in the beginning of the 2.2 story of Act 4, where she kind of lulled us to sleep to try and think of what happened when we first met Cartethia Fleur-de-Lis.
With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing furnace shall forge Raguna's true gold. Is it saying Raguna will burn to the ground?
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets. Just by reading this, I can almost see their terrifying faces in the fire.
These voices. They're people of Raguna, aren't they? I think I heard Mr. C3 Sharp in the mix.
If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons, then shouldn't they sound like the poets themselves? Those voices were just people who read or heard their work.
Perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to manifest. In the legends, daemons are born of death and curses.
Dang.
But what we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like horrors created from people's words and imagination. Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Perhaps I can refine the melody. This time, we need to listen harder.
Songbook.
Let's find out what the true story really is.
Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Story node? This is so immersive. Truth of the Daemons. As Ciaccona adjusts the tune, melodies from the daemons, or the remaining frequencies, reshape into a realm. From within you will learn the truth of their origins.
This is a realm created from melodies. Music can transcend space and time to bring memories and stories to life.
That music sheet is no ordinary piece of music, is it?
No. Normally, you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody. But that manuscript lets you see the world as I do. That part with the daemons should be right here.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
It's the same as what we heard before. But now I see something. A balance scale with a crowd of people standing on one of the pans. What are they weighing?
The two sides of the scale represent differing perspectives.
Right.
Once a work is made public, its meaning no longer belongs to its creator alone, but is shaped by the interpretations of its readers.
Yep.
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. But then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Given that members of the Golden Anthem were banished on the Pilgrim's Sail and died in a fire, the notion quickly took hold. No one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations. With motive and a complete story. Perhaps that's all it took for a lie to become the truth. Each time someone plays their last work, it summons daemons. This is the Golden Anthem's revenge and curse upon Raguna. But still, words and imagination alone cannot bring something into existence.
Unless there's a resonator involved.
Yes, someone must have used them to create the daemons. What if the mastermind pulling the strings from the shadows is the author of that article? Daemons are bound to their creator, so it might not be a coincidence you felt them target you at the restaurant. There could be a connection between you and this mastermind. Or perhaps they have their own reasons for wanting to see you silenced.
Pick this option and find out how the story unfolds.
Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase. For resonators, dealing with them isn't much of a challenge. But for ordinary folk, it's enough to spark panic across the city. Finding the one pulling the strings should be our priority.
Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, things could only get worse. The real ending still has some missing pieces. Let's try again. Resume from choices. Inspiration. Inspiration is restored by 1 point daily. Use it to unlock special choices. How do we catch this mastermind?
If the daemons are born from the public's imagination, then things will shift once we catch whoever is responsible for starting this in the first place. This mastermind has gone to great lengths to twist the facts, stirring fear and turning it into resentment. It may be an attempt to cover up certain stories about the Poet Society. He must be tied to them somehow. If we can learn more about the Golden Anthem, we might be one step closer to catching him.
You realize people's interpretation and imagination of music and poems are what brought these daemons into being.
Music and poetry are born from kindness and hope. Yet now they've been twisted to create these monstrosities. Whoever is behind this won't just sit back and watch. The thought of confronting them is already inspiring me to write a ballad. What should I call it? Which instruments would fit?
Our enemy hides in the dark, while we remain in the light. If that's the case, we need to split up. With your tenacity and Ciaccona's expertise, we will uncover the truth.
And Opal?
Someone has pointed a gun at Cat's Eye. Someone ought to pull back the curtain and expose them. The family has its ways. Tracing the article's source and finding this mastermind won't be a problem.
So where do we start?
If we find Melodies connected to the Poet Society, I can bring the past into clearer focus. I've got it, Rover! I know a place where they've definitely left their mark.
Okay.
Let's go. Onward to new Melodies!
Let's-a go. Oh, we're sailing.
I really admire the wind. It's free to go anywhere without restraint. If only it could carry my poems into the hands of everyone across the world.
Where am I? Oh, okay. I enjoyed that. We're here! Hello? What is this place?
Ta-da! Welcome to Requiem Paradise.
Okay. A shore where Renaissance poets and musicians bury their retired instruments.
This is where Raguna's musicians lay their old instruments to rest. For the people of Raguna, the sea is everything. We live and sleep by the sea, and our souls drift out to sea when we pass.
Aww. I don't know how I feel about this menacing mountain in the background that I still haven't unlocked yet.
Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, it's only fitting that it's buried by the sea. May its dreams be long and sweet before returning to the waves. I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instruments to rest before their banishment. What's wrong? You seem troubled.
This is really giving me Jinshi vibes when we were talking with her in the moonlight. Don't tell me this Ciaccona is going to be like wife number 5, bro. Oh my goodness. Have you found any leads?
Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? I say, if the answers aren't coming, let it all go and clear your mind. To be honest, I haven't found any leads either.
Oh my gosh.
But worry not. This is what we bards call a bottleneck.
The details in her clothes.
Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right words to describe a tree. Couldn't do it. Not one word.
I love her. And like the beauty marks under her left eye. Her earrings, I didn't notice that. Like the purple piercings. I like her choker.
So, I stood under that tree and prayed for an apple to fall on my head.
Isaac Newton moment.
You know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you.
Yep.
And, well, at least you get a snack out of it.
She's adorable. So did inspiration find you?
The apples never fell. I stood under that tree until I couldn't any longer. But still no inspiration came.
Aww. What's up? Oh. What? How did that? What?
Try it.
I don't know, man. An apple appearing out of thin air? Sure. I'll eat it.
Huh. It's a real apple.
Later,
Yeah.
when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps in the branches and suddenly saw a blooming flower atop a cliff. Turns out, even without an apple, inspiration may yet strike. But if I hadn't stood there, I might have missed that unexpected burst of beauty. So, maybe this is enough. Let's put aside heavy thoughts and continue our walk with a clear mind.
Of course. Oh, she is quite lovely. No way are they doing this. No way are they trying to make Ciaccona like one of the most beautiful characters in all of the game. They're making me really happy that I pulled for her. Getting like 2 copies of her in a single 10 pull on the banner was birthday enough. But like, wow. This is some beautiful art. Yeah, this is giving major Jinchi vibes. Yeah, she's added. She's added to the wives, to the number of wives.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta calls you Topaz.
Sunlit.
Is that so? But I'm nowhere near as dazzling as the sun. If anything, I'd rather be like Icarus in the story.
You're dazzling, you're beautiful. And if she wants to be like Icarus, she's an absolute angel. Singing the heavenly, godly hymns from above.
Soaring freely in the sky, even if it means falling in the end.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Icarus story, but I just first thought of Pit.
I sense the melody of an instrument close by. Let's search for it.
Sure. These two. Alright. Use the sensor to fast locate.
A harp. It's in excellent condition.
Oh my
But
gosh.
its tone is flat and dull. Let's keep it for now and see if there are any other instruments nearby.
What's over here?
Is that a lute?
Oh my gosh, it's buried beneath the water.
Its echoes are faint. Perhaps because it's been abandoned longer than the previous 2. I'll need some time to decipher it. Wait. The sound may be weak, but there's an undeniable strength to it. Rover, behind you!
Oh.
It seems this lute likely belonged to a member of the Poets Society. Which is to say, it holds the melodies they left behind. The timbre also matches. I believe this lute is exactly what we've been looking for.
Okay. Looks nice.
Sometimes, even when the instruments are the same, the performer's mood can change the entire sound.
Kinda looks like a mandolin.
For example, this lute doesn't seek to boast. It speaks softly, like a traveler sharing a story over tea in the warmth of an afternoon. The true purpose of music is to express what words cannot.
True. I feel like I memorize song lyrics more often than I do scripture verses or poems. I think adding some melody, some music to words really emphasizes a meaning. It certainly has the style of a poet.
Rover, if there's something you want to say but can't put into words, If you sing it, maybe I'll understand.
I love you.
But I haven't even heard you sing yet.
That's absolute cap.
Me? Perhaps another time. Once all this is settled, I'll perform for you. Be sure to listen closely then. Now, it's in the lute's hands. I hope this melody holds a tale worth telling.
Okay. Oh, we're heading back into the book again. Wait. No way are we going into like a sonorosphere. Oh,
Listen.
I guess we are.
I hear something up ahead.
Quite menacing.
It seems like an interrogation room. This melody carries the weight of the Poet Society interrogation. Let's keep moving. Take care with each step. The melodies left by these instruments are extremely fragile. The realm we're about to enter will appear fragmented.
It's pretty scary around here.
We may find ourselves straddling vast rifts in time and space.
Oh my
A
goodness.
single misstep could draw us into other melodies, leaving us lost within them.
It's like I'm in a backrooms tunnel with how gigantic this is. Hello. What are you in for?
Farrell of the Golden Anthem. Know that Imperator is stern, yet merciful.
Yes.
The Codex teaches us that those whose sins are cleansed by the sea shall remain blessed by the sea. It is a grave offense to slander the Sentinel. This includes your claim that the Sentinel's true form is a steed of the skies. I was told you found this lie carved on a lithograph. In the face of the tempest, a giant celestial steed carved a path for the Ark. How absurd.
I mean, they are a celestial steed. More like a celestial Pegasus.
If you admit you were mistaken at tomorrow's trial and reveal where you have hidden the evidence, I will move mountains to protect you and your companions.
Are you sure about that?
Remember, Imperator only responds to repentance, not silence.
I'm sorry, Sir Acolyte. I'm doing my best to cooperate. Please don't mistake my silence for defiance. It's just, this room is freezing, and I've caught a chill. Makes it hard to talk. I'm afraid that by the time I see the Sentinel, I will have lost my voice entirely. Perhaps then, they will judge you for silencing a poor transgressor's confession.
As long as you repent and help us destroy those blasphemous poems and songs, the Sentinel shall show mercy.
I strongly dislike the amount of accusatory tone that the corrupt religious order acolytes have. Like, not only is it the amount of gaslighting, like, oh my gosh, you're supposed to repent so that you can be blessed by the Sentinel, or else we're going to exile you to die to a dragon. Get out of here, man.
You are a wise man. I trust you will make the right choice.
Nope.
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Farrell.
Good night. I'm gonna die tonight.
I will always be here should you wish to receive the Sentinel's mercy.
Cap.
No need to worry, Sir Acolyte. In fact, I'm beginning to enjoy the cold.
Yeah, because Farrell knows that he's right.
Neither official nor private records show them as having ever repented in the Cathedral of Mercury. This melody is fading fast. Let's check if there's anything nearby to amplify it.
Yeah, they didn't repent because they didn't need to. Rimbod. Oh, these are the last 3 people who were exiled.
Farrell's gone mad. He ought to have hidden the truth in our secret study. Why would he slip this dangerous knowledge into his poems and hand them out to children? We ought to have buried the truth.
Buried the truth.
What are you thinking?
It just occurred to me. Is that our mastermind's true aim? Not only to bury the past, but also to silence those who know the truth. Like you.
Projecting in real life.
To that end, he stirs panic to deepen Ragonese prejudice against the Poet Society, using this opportunity to create monsters born from our words. Words and music are weapons without form.
Selena.
I understand what Farrell was trying to do. We're not adventurers or mighty resonators. We don't even have the time or ability to determine whether that lithograph is real or fake. Farrell only wanted to share the voice of uncertainty. He hoped someone might understand his doubts. Our fate has been sealed. All we can do now is choose what we believe, and carry what we hope to be the truth to our graves.
They don't sound like they're full of hatred at all. If anything, they appear to have anticipated what would happen. During the interrogation, they kept their composure and did not offer fierce resistance. In fact, they even showed sympathy for the interrogator.
Everything seems to revolve around the Order. Could they be the ultimate mastermind behind this?
Well, yeah, plus Cristoforo, but it's mainly the Order.
We don't know that for certain. But at least we now know the Poets Society would never place a curse on Raguna.
Some of these guys are being doubtful and rethinking their convictions, but not Farrell, not him.
I knew this was to be our fate. From the moment we uncovered that lithograph, I knew it would come to this. Still, I have no regrets. But if the Sentinel's true form is a flying steed, what does that make the Imperator we've pledged our faith to? All this time, we've been living nothing but a lie.
So now they know the truth.
The Order's stance is that the Poets Society concealed blasphemous works. Yet the Order themselves concealed the lithograph's existence. What were they afraid of?
Hypocrites. Hypocrites in the streets. The Poet Society discovered the Sentinel's true form.
That's right. You must have seen the Sentinel in the inverted tower.
Yeah, I did after playing 2.2. But the Order wants to conceal their identity.
To keep the Sentinel's true form a secret,
Yup.
the Order ruined the Golden Anthem's reputation.
It's all the Order's fault. Oh.
The melody is fading faster now and becoming unstable. We should leave. We can continue our discussion later.
Oh shoot! I'm falling. New
Where
domain.
is this place? A study? Ciaccona, are we? Ciaccona? We must have gotten separated. Ciaccona did say even a slight misstep could draw us into other melodies. Am I?
You are to build a home here, like seabirds. Dwell upon the water, just as countless stars dot the night sky.
This is young Ciaccona?
I don't know if what I'm feeling is right or wrong.
Oh my gosh.
They were clearly the Sentinel's cantors. Why would anyone call them criminals who insulted divinity?
Wow. I love how this looks. I don't know if this is where Ciaccona got her inspiration or motivation to pursue being a bard or singing songwriting and performing, but I think that Rover is now connected to her past, and Rover here is like one of the endgame characters to like influence the journey here in Solaris 3, so he's connected to the past. So I wonder if he's going to give this young Ciaccona the inspiration to do what she's currently doing in present time. Let's talk to her. Hello. Or unless this is just a glimpse of her past.
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write.
Yeah, I could be totally wrong, and this could just be us rovers glimpsing into her past. But I wonder if we interact with her.
Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone.
This was before she...
I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns.
Oh, this is before she got her tacit mark. Aww. Adorable.
I am a nighthawk of wings aflame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I assume this is Imperator? The Autumn Celestial Steed, the autumn night's brightest constellation shrouded in legends. A poet of Golden Anthem once wrote, I am a nighthawk of wings aflame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. Such imagery always evokes Renasida's sentinel, but why soar towards it and behold its true form? Maybe the poem was intended to convey some message.
A flame, celestial steed, true form I behold.
Let's follow her for now. So, Ciaccona has always been curious about books, reading, and then she stumbled upon the poet's poems about Imperator's true form. So I think from here on out she's interested in not just poem writing, but later on she goes to pursue music. What's this? The Golden Anthem Anthology. Do not bring flowers to my grave, for I am not there, bound under this tombstone. I am in the sea winds at Raguna's walls. I am donning lights that break through thorns. I am a night hawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. The night sky will be illuminated by wings of flame, and I shall be reborn in immortal poetry. So long as people draw breath, lift your eyes and see. So long as this poem lives, it breathes life into me. End. Looking back at what I wrote in the preface, this anthology is attributed to the Golden Anthem. We wish these poems might offer a glimmer of hope to those lost in fate's journey, and to readers, something to contemplate. Whether these scattered golden syllables as they are treasures tempered by fire, and lingering sparks of human thought. And finally, thank you for opening this book. Anything else to read? Over here? We can't just sit here and wait for it to happen. Is there anything else we can do? Anything. Ask for help from who? I don't know who else is there to turn to. The Montellis, if it's the Montellis, no wait, they value profits over anything. We don't have that kind of leverage. The street poets, that won't do either. We won't be able to control the speed. What about them? They're choristers. They would... I can't jump, I can't run, and I can't climb. Cultural insights. Literary works draw their vitality from two sources, the creator and the readers. The creator gives it new life, while the readers help extend it through reading. Each time they share a piece of work or publish their thoughts and reviews, they breathe new life into it. Some may find the term life of a work elusive as it's too abstract and intangible. However, a parallel can be easily drawn from human life. When discussing the concept of life, one essential topic is inevitably brought up: name. A name is a symbol of existence, one of the most important markers that separate individual lives. If one desires to feel the vitality of a work, the most direct approach would be to feel its name, the various names bestowed by its creators and readers. I once heard an eerie tale from a land in the east that spoke of a lady with skin as fair as snow, who would stand in a snowstorm, cradling a wailing baby in her arms, begging the passers-by to hold the baby for her. If some kind-hearted individual agrees to that request, they'd soon find themselves unable to let go, bound to freeze to death. Intriguing, isn't it? But, by this point, it's a fascinating tale that evokes many distinct images that cannot yet form the entirety of life. But what if we give it a name, like the Snow Woman? This name alone captures the entire narrative and defines its essence. However, even with the name anchoring people's imaginations, the unusual nature of words means each person takes a narrative differently. Hence, the life of a creative work is less controllable than human life. So if one day people's understanding of a work is led astray, then words could turn into a devastating weapon. What would we do then? Show anger? No, absolutely not. Anger is the cheapest outlet of dissent. As creators, all we can do is believe. Believe that our words can live in their most genuine form. Exclusive interview with the Golden Anthem. I like that. I like that. Follow the girl.
The night sky will be illuminated by wings of flame, and I shall be reborn in immortal poetry.
Because they cannot banish the truth, the Order of the Deep instead banished us to the sea.
Oh, so this was her, and she's watching over the people being exiled. Wow, being banished. That's crazy.
Our thirst for truth is why we were cast out. No matter what, remember this. The truth will always exist. And the truth is gold that is unafraid of the fiercest of flames.
Is that Farrell speaking? Before they were exiled? I assume these are the Golden Anthem that are being exiled like right now as Ciaccona's watching from above.
can't get through, but the sounds are coming from over there. What is this place? Who are you?
She's always been distant and aloof, but her true melody is both heavy and fragile. Ciaccona Toccata.
Oh, that's her name.
As long as you still draw breath, lift your eyes and look. With this poem, your life is eternal. Rover? Rover, are you alright?
Ugh.
Finally, I got you out of there. You must have been drawn into a different melody on our way out.
It's daytime. I'm gonna tell her.
I just walked into his study and ran into a strange little girl. She seemed quite taken with the Poet Society's work. She mentioned a name. Ciaccona Toccata.
Ciaccona Toccata.
I see.
Yeah, does she know anything about it?
I don't know who you met, but Toccata is my family name.
Oh, okay.
As I said before, for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs.
Sure.
Just call me Ciaccona. We don't need to overcomplicate things.
It must be a sensitive topic for her to mention her family name.
Well, we have made some progress. The melody we were in gave me a hint on what to do next.
Next stop is the Order, right?
Yes. Seeing as they banished the Golden Anthem, we might find more clues in the Cathedral of Mercury.
Are we gonna confront Fenrico again? Look for clues outside the Cathedral of Mercury. Oh, are we gonna be reciting poems to the children? Hello, guys.
Have you found her yet?
Execute Order 66. And we're Anakin.
No.
Oh, who are they looking for?
She's not here either. Oh, greetings, brother and sister.
Oh, are they? Oh, they're part of the choir. Oh, that's nice. The children's choir?
Might I ask, have you seen someone dressed like us who likes to walk with her head down?
No.
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have gotten into some trouble.
So we're looking for Ryza? What are you all doing here?
We're in the Order's choir. We're rehearsing hymns to sing at the ceremony. Racer is our lead chorister.
Oh.
We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek. But when the time ran out, we couldn't find her.
Oh no.
Maybe she got mad at us because we sang badly. She hasn't smiled at us much since rehearsal started.
I don't think that's true.
Can you tell your big sister here what hymn you're rehearsing?
The teacher says it's a hymn to honor the brave knights and the sentinel's guidance. But Razor says the hymn was written by a bunch of criminals.
She was reading up on some anti. You and Ciaccona realize that these criminals are in fact members of the Golden Anthem.
Well, which way did Racer go? We can help you look for her.
Really? She went that way.
Oh, okay. Head in the direction where Reza left. Oh, hello. Are you guys looking for her too? Oh. I haven't been to this back area. Oh, hello. She's practicing? By herself? But why is she feeling kind of sad?
Such a beautiful voice, isn't it?
Aww. Oh, does she kind of doubt her singing abilities?
You're the laureate. And you are?
Potential fiance. No, potential wife.
My name is Ciaccona.
Oh.
A friend of mine.
No. Well, Rover thinks she's a friend, but I think she's wife number 5. Okay. Let's get one thing straight.
Don't be scared. We're only here so that you can finish your game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek, right. Myron and the others are waiting for me.
Oh.
Sorry I've caused you trouble.
So she got distracted by, I don't know, by practicing on her own and, I don't know, wanting to pet a cat. It's okay. Why is she sad? The freak? Oh, we literally found her and told her to go back and play with your friends.
How about a little chat first? Something's troubling you.
Oh yes, yes. I love that about Ciaccona, being very vulnerable, especially with children's emotions. Yes, being very vulnerable and sensitive.
What? Of course not. The ceremony is coming up, and the choir still has so much to rehearse. I'm fine.
Young ones today have so much talent. If I had the chance, I'd love to learn how to sing hymns. You know, our laureate here definitely knows how to sing hymns.
Yes, I have some singing ability. Clearly. Yes, I do. Yes, I love the confidence. Just tell me what's troubling you. What's up, little one?
It's just... Before the performance, the choir has to listen to the same music, recite the same lyrics, and do the same rehearsals every day. What's more, the hymn we're practicing, it was composed by bad people. Teacher calls them heretic poets.
Oh, it's like false indoctrination. That the teacher and the corrupt order are teaching that these heretic poets are evil, but in fact they're not. Which is quite sad. I shouldn't laugh about that. Good with kids? Perfect. She'll make a great mother, Ciaccona.
Myron and the others never complain. They're always eager to sing praises to the Sentinel on stage. But now, their dreams are all dashed because of me. Myron, Patero, and Shear's voices are in perfect harmony, but I can never keep up.
So she undermines her abilities to keep up with the group.
And I don't like this hymn. Myron and the others are too young to realize that heresy is a grave offense, but I know. I just don't understand why the Order wants us to sing songs written by criminals.
Well, we can tell you right now, they're not criminals. And number two, the Order's stupid.
The more I thought about it, the more out of rhythm I became. In the end, I could barely sing at all.
But your singing just now was beautiful.
That song just now? I've already forgotten how it's supposed to sound.
Well, what do you think a hymn should sound like?
A hymn, as the books state, is a song of praise for the Sentinel who leads the lost to the abundant lands.
No, not that. I mean, how does it make you feel? Try to remember what you were feeling when you were singing alone in the corner just now.
I didn't want to hold everyone back. And I really wanted to help everyone have a great performance at the ceremony.
Then hold on to that feeling. Let's rehearse again. You don't have anyone sitting in on your rehearsals, do you?
Aww.
No.
Well then, the laureate and I will be the first to hear you perform.
Oh, here we go. Go on. Wow, we're back to the songbook. Songs of the old days, songs from the past are sung once more. However, the choir's performance seems to have encountered some trouble as their pure voices are drowned by the chattering crowd.
This is a cathedral. That's the choir on stage, with the Poet Society leading them. Looks like it's a ceremony of some kind. It sounds like
a song to glorify the Order's reign.
On the surface, yes. The Order certainly upheld Raguna's prosperity and stability. The poets, praised for their songs to honor the Sentinel, earned the Order's favor. Despite their banishment, their works still serve the Order's cause today. But this, my friend, doesn't strike the right chord we need to follow. Simply knowing the Order once stood with the poets doesn't reveal the true reason behind their banishment.
If the Poet Society was once connected to the Order, why were they banished? Oh, we even got a crowd applauding their performance. Nice. Uncover the story behind the melody. A triumphant victory song for the knights.
It sounds like a song celebrating the knights who defeated the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven.
Yeah.
Wait. Someone's approaching the stage.
Degenerates! Arrogant hypocrites, every last one of you! You have no idea what happened! None at all! Has the Order reduced our sacrifices to mere tales to be told over tea? The Sentinel's blessing! Ah! Where were you when we fought the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven? Where were any of you? Where was the Sentinel? We didn't fight for the Sentinel or for the damned Order. We fought for ourselves. You're nothing but hypocrites.
Dang. I think he's right to be angry.
This is madness! Who is this madman? Someone remove him from here immediately. Do not be deceived. All knights who rode into that battle wielded swords sanctified by the Order. They fought in the name of divinity.
What he said about the common folk, is it true? Tell me, were they also sanctified at Whisperwind Haven? I must see it for myself.
What a mess. I suppose this incident is what changed the Poet Society.
The cathedral's gate is open. We should leave now.
Strange. Why is this passageway so long? This is the same study I stumbled into in the realm of Melodies.
Afternoon tea! Yes, please. Your tea and biscuits, miss. I'll reapply the medicine once you've finished. Next time, no more climbing walls. Understood? It wasn't just for fun. I was trying to... There, I understand. You've always been a curious child. You saw something terribly interesting and snuck out to take a closer look. Wait. Is it raspberry? My favorite. Huh? Ow! Look at this. This book says the flower doesn't live long. But that's silly. I know it can survive the coldest of winters. Maybe one day, I'll become a great bard. A proper one. Who never makes mistakes like this.
Okay, so this is when she started to want to become a bard in the future, like as a kid. It's the study of poems and music, and then combining those two things together is how she's become a great and renowned singer-songwriter performer in Raguna.
Miss, this study is a secret. You must never tell a soul. I understand. But I've always wondered, why do people say they're guilty? There are so many interesting poems and songs here. Why won't Father let me see them? Oh, you'll understand when you're older, miss.
The common folk once criticized the Poet Society's works. The poets themselves wondered if their creations were telling the truth.
Oh, what splendid singing! Even the laureate was enraptured.
Racer did wonderfully.
Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity is what truly matters when we pray and sing praises to the Sentinel.
Yes, a hymn isn't just a few lines of history. It is shaped by your feelings and experiences.
True.
The hymn may differ in each person's eyes, but its resonance and meaning are universal. I hope you'll give the audience a spectacular performance on the day of the ceremony.
Chorister Ryza leaves. Ciaccona starts asking questions about what we saw in the melody.
So, What did you see in Razor's melody?
The hymn's backstory. Oh, they're still singing.
The society was criticized for glorifying the knights over the common folk during one of their hymn performances. Their assumptions were challenged, so they traveled to the knights' encampment at Whisperwind Haven to verify the truth for themselves.
This incident may have been the turning point for the Poets Society. Did you find any other clues?
I strayed into a different melody again. Like, any information that we share with each other is, I would say, pretty useful and crucial.
Next time we venture into the realm of melodies, perhaps we should tie our hands together to stop you from getting lost.
I'm sorry.
If the Order's choir is pointing us to Whisperwind Haven, then that's where we'll find more clues. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, they're still singing. Oh, how adorable. Head to Whisperwind Haven. Over here?
I've heard of these knights during my travels. This should be where their old encampment stood. But there don't seem to be any instruments, poems, or music here that carry the memory of a melody. Let's try searching the area first.
Okay. Absorb the nightmare clouds in the first, second, and third spots. More notes. Ha ha ha! Bravo! Let us sing another to this occasion. With Raguena City behind us, at long last we've arrived where the knights once set camp. Oh, those marvelous knights living the way of Korlachi. We build bonfires at night and admire the windmills during the day. We play music and sing together under their turning sails. The townsfolk call us bonfire bards. When the windmills come to rest, we'd go chasing along the rivers and lakes. But above all these, there's nothing like flying across the field on a clear day. From the air, I glance down at this land wrinkled by time. Sunlight blankets over the pillars of the night's collapsed ruins, where a 1,000-year-old tree stands in its silent vigil, with its roots sprawling across the stone crevices. As the wind carries me across the lake's surface, the reflections of the red roof tiles of the Eglatown gleam and dance like pomegranate seeds scattered on top of a sheet of blue silk. The red-topped windmill overlooks the town, slowly turning and beckoning homebound travelers.
These bonfire poets were no doubt members of the Poet Society. The note says they had wandered the area looking for inspiration. To find the melody, we should try to follow the route they once took. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way.
Alright, let's go to the last spot depicted in the record. I mean, it is true, flying is quite beautiful.
This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky was just breathtaking.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Also, this is the tree that we were at when we last saw Cartethia / Fleur-de-Lis. We flew down from the Avenolium up top after defeating the evil Threnodian version of her. And then with the blessings of Imperator the Sentinel, she was brought back to life, thankfully.
What is it? Has anything come to mind?
It's the wind.
Yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of melodies. It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears without end. I believe the melodies left by the Poet Society were witnessed by the wind, and it will carry them to us.
What are you doing?
Playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here. I'm curious as to what they left behind.
Wow. There is a lot of strings on this instrument. I don't know if this is an instrument that's actually made in real life, but if anyone's able to like play this, I would be super impressed if like someone would show me a video of them performing with this thing with a whole bunch of strings, and it's freaking huge. So Ciaccona plays her instrument, the wind stirs, and the melody of the Poet Society fills the air.
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguena by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form. It has to be here somewhere. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Who exactly was he? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist traveling in search of inspiration. Yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't afford to think about that now. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a false sentinel.
True.
He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore.
Yeah, you're not singing for the Sentinel, you're singing for the Threnodian.
We must enlighten the people of Raguena. They deserve to know the truth. The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguena.
It seems someone told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well. On the surface, what our mystery man said makes perfect sense. He even has knowledge of Imperator's true form.
Right.
And this hidden lithograph is evidence the poets were telling the truth.
Use the sensor to locate the melody and the lithograph. Oh, the reflections of the water here. The moon isn't even out. Where's this light coming from? But I do love the detailed reflections. It's really nice. Moon's coming out soon. Hello.
Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avenolium?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Where? How did someone do this? Is this like a stone engraving? Wow. The majestic steed carved on the lithograph looks the same as the Sentinel you saw before. Like twins, actually.
So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order's secrets. Even under interrogation, they held their silence. It wasn't until they met this mysterious man and learned the truth that they chose to become Knights of Raguna.
Gotcha.
Resentment and curses are not songs of their own style. As for the true mastermind, we still have no direct proof linking him to the Order.
Yeah. You can't just sing a happy-go-lucky song about, oh, I hope that the Sentinel destroys you, and I hope you repent of your sins, while having like a... So, completely agree.
We must confront his lies and put an end to these daemon incidents. But once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be just a matter of daemons. But is now the right time?
The will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure that the lies about the Sentinel will go undiscovered, and that no one will easily believe the truth. The truth exists to be uncovered. All we need is to plant the seeds of doubt in the people's hearts, and let them take root and grow.
Yes. Let's get going then.
Good talk, Rover.
We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end.
Back to the Margaritas. Oh, how convenient. They teleported me here. Ask Margarita to gather the diners.
Miss Margarita!
Hello again.
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Ciaccona.
I love Margarita. The more that she's like a small cameo in companion quests, the more that I really, really love and admire her design and character. The two of you already know each other.
Oh, Miss Ciaccona is a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times. Helps bring in the crowds.
Yep, good for business.
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors circulating lately about the Poets Society's legacy. There's something important we'd like to share. Could you help us gather everyone?
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so curious about what actually happened. It's driving me nuts.
Well, we're here to spread the truth. Uncover it. You and Ciaccona take your place on an impromptu stage, the curtain poised to rise.
Rover, we'll begin when you're ready.
Let's do it. I believe in you. Oh, the stage is set. You're back at the Margaritas, ready to uncover the truth behind the daemons. But instead of announcing the truth, Ciaccona asks the crowd a few questions, claiming the answer will be revealed at the Odyssey Opera House in the following day. Your guess is she's trying to gather a bigger audience, and today is but a raise of the curtains.
The poets did board the Pilgrim's Sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. We all know how that tale ended. A great fire consumed the ship, dragging it to icy depths, and the poets of the Golden Anthem with it. But hear this. Banishment did not breed hatred in their hearts for our city, and the flames did not scorch a curse into their music or poems.
Yeah, Ciaccona, give it to them.
If you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing hymns written by the poets of the Golden Anthem. And yet, not a single daemon has appeared. Even as those poets faced their end.
They did not surrender to hatred.
As the fire filled the ship's cabins, they penned their last poems with death drawing near. Perhaps they were greeted by the Sentinel in their final moments. Or perhaps they fell silently toward death.
Dang. So their place was set on fire? I would assume by the Order, since they already deemed them as heretics to the OG gospel.
If the poets truly meant to curse Raguna, why would they write such obscure poems? Why not simply leave their works behind in Raguna? No. Their last words were hastily written as the flames closed in. This charade, it was carefully crafted, twisting their work to conceal the truth. We already have... No.
You notice Ciaccona deliberating something. Exiled into homelessness, exactly.
Tomorrow, at the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth. Until then, I thank you all for your patience.
Ciaccona throws questions at the crowd, claiming the truth will be revealed on a larger stage tomorrow.
This can't... This is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
Uh-oh. Bro.
Loria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something?
Hey, no one pushes Ciaccona. You do that again, I'm about to smack you into the presence of our Imperator.
The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were...
What? Fess up. Speak now or forever hold your peace. It's
fascinating story indeed. You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity.
I'm about to smack this man in the face. I do not like Cristoforo, to be honest. I know he's a really good, interesting character in terms of like the plot, but like being a part of the Fraxidus and then like trying to attack us with his like script writing song powers, I guess. And what I hate about this is that Rover doesn't know who he is. He's just like a random guy that always appears out of nowhere.
The speech you made just now, you were implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the daemons.
If memory serves, official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing? I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Yeah? We've already established that, Cristoforo.
Are you from a noble family?
Oh.
The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
The music changed. It's getting pretty sus now. And Cristoforo's not from a noble family. He's part of the Fraxidus. Answer the question.
I'm afraid you misunderstand.
Answer the question.
I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright.
Mm-hmm. Those lies won't get you far, mister.
Your presentation brings me back to a play I wrote in my youth. A group of birds, locked inside a cage. Convinced they will never fly, they do nothing but stand on a perch.
What the heck is this bird?
Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young birds flapped their fragile wings attempting to fly, but plummeted to the ground, one by one.
Oh, rip the burb.
Many consider their fate a tragic one. What say you?
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss, they still had a chance to glimpse the sky and spread their wings.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage, having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise? Will they dare to reach for the skies?
Hey, yo.
After realizing the cost of choosing
Back
to
the
fly?
freak up.
Does the truth exist to protect or to harm?
Back up from my wife.
That is the question. Miss Poet, I look forward to tomorrow's arrival.
Don't give in, Ciaccona. Never give up. Never give in. Hello again, Carlotta.
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your performance. Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's arrival.
How's everything on your end?
As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it. According to our inside sources, it was none other than acolytes from the Order who salvaged the poet's lost works from the wreckage.
Wow.
They've long known of their existence and hid the poems in the Order's library.
Wow, who could have guessed?
It's possible this was a sham all along. Choosing to make it public now likely means they're using those poems to obscure the real truth.
It's like they've been doing this ever since we got to know them.
Now,
and even before
the
that.
fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. He may even be the resonator we've speculated about. His collusion with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find.
Splendid work.
We should also share these findings with Ciaccona. As a poet, her insights would be much appreciated.
Sure thing. You search around but find no sign of Ciaccona. Oh, she's gone. What?
That's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Just like when we were children. Gone without a trace. And she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye.
No.
Ms. Margarita, have you seen Ciaccona?
Miss Ciaccona? She was squirreling off towards the harbor earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down though. Never seen her wear such a gloomy face before.
No, don't listen to what Cristoforo said. We're gonna cheer you up.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor?
Ciaccona. Earlier before, Ciaccona walked to the harbor. Aww.
The young birds left their cage, flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
Oh, this effect noise for Cristoforo's voice would be really cool if he was a potential boss.
I never thought his words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long ago.
Coming here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome.
No! Stay away from her!
You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price. One you've paid before as a child. Remember?
Are we getting into her past? Wow. Oh my gosh, this goes back to her Resonator showcase.
This is the past.
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, yet you all still cling to the same reckless path. Tell me, what drives such stubbornness?
Because we called you out on your BS.
The truth has its thorns.
Wow.
And the golden anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Oh shoot.
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the golden anthem responded.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of Remorseful kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yet? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together. An occasion you now call Carnival.
The Golden Bough, an ancient epic poem of Remorseful. It pioneered blending various regional folklore with the tales of the Sentinel, including the first accounts of the Carnival's origins.
And what of it?
It is words and songs. We are not your enemies.
What you face here is something that is hard to describe, something I call reverberation. It exists forever. You can never defeat it.
You pitiful fool. Off to the seas with that reverberation you believe in so dearly.
Bro, I swear if we just leave Renacida without confronting or like stopping the Order on how corrupt they are, I'm gonna be so mad. Cause like, this is getting out of hand.
The Order of the Deep seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Yep.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
Does she see herself as such?
The parallels, so striking.
Oh, it's this guy again.
Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You, Ciaccona Toccata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonance they babbled on about. After all these years, another group of fools is ready to march down the same path. Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some damned horse?
The heck? It is! Why does this guy think that there's just a random horse on the front of their ship? What? Is this guy dense?
The poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets. It almost makes those poets look noble by comparison.
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
No. Just because you have the power to send me away doesn't mean that you're right about what you think I am, is what Ciaccona's thinking right now. Okay, is this the actual past where Ciaccona was an exile? Or is this like a potential, like, possibility for the future?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy.
Oh, okay. So like the copy that she sees amongst these poets, they're actually a part of her family. So is that why she doesn't go by her last name anymore? Is to like hide her identity from the Order? That if the Order knew that she's alive, that they would try and kill her in danger of her exposing the truth about the Order? Wow.
Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Toccata family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me, what is the connection between you and those poets?
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets.
All for the exposure of the truth.
When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower shifting and the prophesied laureate among us, I believe the opportunity has presented itself for the truth to be...
Opportunity. Indeed. The moment of choice dawns once more. Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover along with you? Boarding the pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away?
Wow. I love these abrupt shifts from the 3D animation of game to the 2D art you see here. I love how unexpected it is because it just amazes you on how they portray their story. I really admire that about Wuthering Waves' story design.
Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all. But the Order will never allow such truths to see the light. Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth. And perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day.
Yeah? It's not gonna be a mystery by next patch, Cristoforo!
Even so, will you two still insist on stepping onto that stage tomorrow? Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss Poet.
Wow. No.
Is this Ciaccona's sheet music? She was here. The vision I just saw seems to have been recorded from this.
Oh, we saw this.
Ciaccona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be?
Wait, the title of this section.
The Golden Anthem?
Oh, we're back.
An interrogation room. Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies.
Okay.
The girl in the Poet Society's study must have been Ciaccona when she was little.
What did I say?
What happened last time was no accident. As the performer, her own melodies got entangled in the mix. But why was she there? And why are the Takata family and the Poet Society accused of the same crime?
Maybe they know something we don't.
Thank you for understanding everything.
You talking to me?
Is there anyone else here besides you?
You are Ciaccona, right?
You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust.
Someone who loves you very much.
I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, Ciaccona Takata.
Oh my gosh. So she really was exiled, but she's a survivor. And then she came back but let go of her family name. What really happened back then?
Let me tell you. The story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poet Society. It also belongs to me, Ciaccona Takata.
To the Takata family. Oh my gosh. Golden Anthem. These tales belong not only to the members of the Golden Anthem, but also to Ciaccona Takata. You meet the little girl once more. She's neither of the past nor the present. She doesn't truly exist at all. She carries all of Ciaccona's stories, revealing the truth in this very place.
This is how it all started. A mysterious person showed the poets the truth about the Sentinel. Then they decided to become Knights of Raguena. Back then, besides the conductor, there were others who helped organize things. That was us, the Takata family.
Conductor, you say? We're not getting into Frolova until next patch, or like the next nation. What are you talking about?
It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. Inside, there were papers that could have destroyed the Order.
But?
If anyone would even believe them in the first place.
Right.
It was blasphemy. But my father didn't hesitate. He took the key right away.
Was the fire on the Pilgrim Sail really an accident?
As you've already seen, I was also banished. You've probably heard a lot about the Pilgrim Sail from Brant.
Oh yeah.
Usually, the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go.
Right.
Even if they made it, the cold would get them.
Mm-hmm.
But on that ship, the Order made sure there was nothing. No food, no water, nothing. And there were only 3 fools on board.
Wow. The Golden Anthem.
As for the fire, the poets started it themselves.
Oh my gosh, so that they could cover everything up. So that they would delete evidence of what the Order's actually like and the true essence, the true identity of the Sentinel.
In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all their poems and music really were. In their last moments before death, the poets just wanted to leave something real behind. But it was so cold out at sea, and wood for fire was already running low. So they set the cabin on fire, and met their ends in the flames. In the world they dreamed of, poets would no longer be shackled, and everyone could sing freely. That was their wish for the future when the curtain fell. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguna's true gold.
Wait, was the study on the ship? Where was this fire? Was it on the ship, or was it like in a building? Because it seems like these three, they had the perfect opportunity to share this information about the Order and the Sentinel while they were in the building. But if the study was on the ship, the Order put them on the ship, sailed them off. They had no guarantee of surviving. They knew the information in their heads, and it was like preserved until it caught on fire. Oh, they set the cabin on fire, and then they died in the fire.
But the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went to salvage the ship's wreckage.
Oh, okay, so the cabin was on the ship, and the study was in the cabin. Okay, cool. And then to like cover up what happened in the fire, or like to see what happened to the bodies, the Order investigated the ship to tie up any loose ends, to like cover up any potential missing holes, I guess. The poets gave their legacy to the Ciaccona family. The Ciaccona family were also banished.
Our crime was the same as the poets. Blasphemy. Our family wasn't like the Phasaelias, deeply rooted in tradition. Nor were we like the Mantellis, wielding power. We simply did what we thought was right, preserving everything for those who would come after us. Compared to the Order, we were just a tiny speck of dust. Even if we'd kept the secret, they would have discovered it eventually. They would seize what the poets left behind and lock it away. Maybe if Father hadn't taken in the poet's legacy, the Ciaccona family would have escaped this fate. Perhaps none of this would have happened. If so, wouldn't it have been wiser to surrender it all to the Order back then?
But the truth has to be revealed. And if someone's willing to die for the truth, then so be it. But what does that say about the people who killed the ones that know the truth? What does that say about the people who tried to preserve the truth, you know? You know that's not true.
The fate of the Ciaccona family might have taken a different turn. But when you face the Order of the Deep and their false divinity, our fate is no longer ours to control.
The Ciaccona family was also banished for hiding what the poets left behind. Don't worry, guys. We're going to be continuing the Ciaccona bloodline with Ciaccona. I guarantee you. Uncover the story behind the melody.
Is that what you think?
They were already cursed?
Well, that's one way to look at it. But it wasn't ever the poet's intent to curse Renacita, no. It was the Order and others who cursed their works, then deliberately spread them as forbidden works to the public. But why? If their aim was to silence you for knowing the truth about the Blessed Maiden and Imperator, it was a clumsy attempt.
Maybe they have other motives.
Monsters breed fear. And perhaps fear is exactly what the Order of the Deep and this puppet master want to see. It seems we've become pawns in Fenrico's and this puppet master's game. The more I think about it, we too have become the very ones to curse Renacita.
The Order and the mastermind behind it all were the ones who put the curse on those poems. The poets gave their legacy to the Ciaccona family.
The golden anthem gave my father the key. At first, he wouldn't let me near it because I was too little. It wasn't until my mother, my uncle, and the rest of my family were one by one escorted onto pilgrim sails. Then, it was his turn. I still remember the day he handed me the key. The smile on his face.
Don't see it as a burden, my child. Remember, true courage isn't hiding it away in your heart. Raise it like a torch, just like the sun, so it can light the way for others. Only this kind of courage can rid your father of the cowardice he showed toward you and your mother. Never forget, you are a Takata.
Father wanted to tell everyone. So the Order put him on a pilgrim sail with the same charges. And that was the last time I saw him. Later, after I became a wandering bard and poet, I started to feel what was in the melodies of the poets and my ancestors. A sincerity like none other. I wrote songs, weaving the stories my father and the poets discovered into musical scores. But what awaited me was the Order's banishment. The Poet Society and our family could never prove whether the Sentinel's form is really that of a celestial steed. All we could do was hold on to our suspicions and the possible truth, waiting for someone to prove it. Now, that someone has come. He has reached the inverted tower. Now, I have that choice again. Do I reveal the truth? Always worrying about my next meal, wandering from place to place, being chased by acolytes. I'm used to it, but this time, I have you and my friends with me. I can't let you all repeat my fate. If we step onto that stage tomorrow, the Order will not stand idly by. He might even come after you and Carlotta.
Like I said, the truth exists to be uncovered. I've made my choice. And once everyone hears the truth, I believe no one will question the choices you all made in the past. There are hints of the sea inside Ciaccona's melodies. You should take greater pride in being a poet.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything. Let's open the doors. I hope this time, the story ends differently.
Ciaccona tells you everything that happened in the past. Alright, finally. Okay.
This song. It's the one she performed last time.
I like this shot.
The melody is the same, but why does it sound so sad this time?
Oh?
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did.
Aww.
Go on.
All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings. Let the twilight soothe our skin.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you. until the end.
That was nice.
A penniless bard and the laureate roving in a foreign land. Together, we rise up against the order of the deep itself. But as long as the seeds of doubt are planted, the kindling in Raguena will eventually ignite to forge its true gold. There! Now how's that for a story worth telling?
Just like A Knight's Tale.
Ah, speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant. I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep, or Knight of Raguena. But still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight! To battle we go!
Okay, alright. Reveal the truth on stage. Between 12 and 16. Reveal the truth. You ready? I'm with you. We got this, baby girl. Damn.
As the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy. They were once poets, singing songs for the divinity and the order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven.
A truth.
The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem. The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies.
True.
And the teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order.
Yeah, Ciaccona, tell them.
Ask yourselves this. Why would Imperator, who once sent Renesita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails?
And die.
How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Renesita, a land they loved so much?
They didn't.
People of Renesita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures?
Because they changed it.
Why did none of the fools that boarded the Pilgrim's sail ever thank the Sentinel?
Because they died. The Acolytes are making their move. Put your mask on.
Imperator and Raguena have always stood united. Yet lately, they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
Ciaccona Toccata, in the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
False. That's not gonna happen. And my performance is done.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Blasphemy?
Oh, the same old tricks again. Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Well, have the people go against you.
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel.
Yeah, right. They won't do anything to me.
Damnation.
Oh!
She's not working alone!
Yo! We came in clutch with the save! Let's go!
Farewell, Sir Acolyte. Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil.
Yup. Let's see what the people think about all this.
I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguena's skies again.
True. Now it's time for her to go into hiding. She can't show her face in Raguena ever again or else she'll get arrested. Wasn't that fun? Ah, I love this shot.
A masked hero suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the Order.
What a story.
But that's a story for another time.
Yep. Get yourself a girl who looks at you like Ciaccona looks at Rover. Oh, she's tired, isn't she?
You know what this means for you, right?
It means we're in love. It means we've officially been cast out.
Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the laureate.
Yep. I told you I'd stand by your side.
I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order.
So I guess that makes us partners in crime. Just spending time with a lovely, lovely woman. Shipping!
Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be.
This full adventure.
Well then.
Sing us a song. Oh! Another cinematic scene?
Is our final stage.
Ooh.
Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Uh-oh.
Led by curiosity and wonder, you step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze, sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer? I look forward to the public trial.
This is the people being
Perhaps
accused.
Our fates are not so different after all.
It is time. Sinner against the Sentinel.
No, they know the truth. This is them dying by the Order.
I will continue to sing.
But the light of hope still
as long as
prevails.
there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade.
Wow. Wow. That was really good. Oh? Beautiful melody, enjoying nature, right next to a beautiful woman. What more could you want?
Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass.
Oh, I feel it. Do you feel it? I think we're feeling something.
Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads. Or maybe a big grey wolf will leap out and chase a squirrel down a rabbit hole.
Perhaps. Damn! No, confess.
Thank you, Rover.
You're welcome. I love you. Not a problem.
I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard.
Keep telling yourself that, babe. You're special to me.
The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me.
And your conviction has inspired me to release the shackles of the Order upon the city of Raguna.
By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright. You should watch out for him.
Oh, are we gonna finally freaking confront him next patch? I met a playwright before as well.
I'm not entirely sure who he really is, but my guess is that he might be the Resonator who's been working with the Order.
After how long? After how long, guys? I'll keep that in mind. Cristoforo, next antagonist.
Here, you can have this music sheet. I'm heading off on a new mission.
What are you gonna do? What kind of mission?
An escape mission. Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story.
Then Yo, come with me.
Don't you worry. I still remember our promise.
Come with me. To Septimont.
About the song I wrote you. We will meet again. And I'll sing it for you, I swear.
This is such a good shot, too. She's now the wandering law evader. Yes, she's a convicted blasphemer.
After all, we're partners in crime now.
Can we be partners in love? Would love that instead, to be honest. And an apple dropped. Oh, we're going to the Cathedral of Mercury now, huh? Oh, are we gonna see Cristoforo?
My Lord Primus.
Oh my
Seems your plan
gosh.
has not gone quite as you'd hoped.
Oh my gosh. We're finally getting some deep lore, some missing plot holes in my permanent story quest from Ciaccona in version 2.3, leading up to version 2.4. That's my Wuthering Waves story. Yeah, I love the attention to detail. Lord Primus.
You sought to revive the Blasphemous Poets Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguena City.
Has not gone quite as you'd hoped. What? Why would they do this? Oh, to stoke the fires of prejudice? To like inspire more people to believe what Ciaccona was saying? And to hopefully like exile more blasphemous people that are going against the Order?
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguena's order and chaos.
So it's only for like a personal agenda, according to Fenrico here.
Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Ah, truly the words of one in possession of great power. Such lines are rare, even in plays. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
I cannot wait for the conclusion of Renacida next patch. Oh my gosh, they're literally just teasing the end of how Renacida is gonna end with this companion story.
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
He's conniving with them.
Wait. You were the one who led the Poets Society to that lithograph, weren't you?
Oh, he was the one who led the Poet Society to the lithograph of the like stone engraving of the actual figure of Imperator.
I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you've said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Yep, Cristoforo is playing the long con. Are we actually going to get into their motives by 3.x when we get Frolova being playable? That would be insane.
There was no deception. Indeed, I was seeking inspiration. In the end, I found a story about birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown, or remain caged within the familiar? Ah, Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder. Just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity?
How long has it been since you have spoken with Imperator? Or should I say, the Thronodian?
Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill. His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the night. Together they charged again and again, true knights in spirit, ignoring the countless wounds they bore.
Wow.
Truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish? Hecate.
Hecate. Golden Anthem, your summer will never wither. Completed. And with that, I think that's a sufficient and good ending to Ciaccona's companion quest. I think when you have to play this companion quest, not only do you have to get through version 2.2's Act 4 of the main story of Wuthering Waves here in Remorseful, but also it requires a lot of attention to detail, and I strongly loved Ciaccona's influence on not just the people of Raguena and Remorseful, but also the whole story revolved around how she was affected by the Order, on how her now grown-up character wants to influence the people of Raguena moving forward, and doing that at the same time of her exposing the Order of what they truly are, what they truly did, despite the Order changing their scriptures, trying to manipulate the history of Raguena and the real identity of Imperator, Fleur-de-Lis, Cartethia, and ultimately trying to hide the fact that they're worshipping the Threnodian. Playing this companion quest was relatively long compared to the other companion quests that I've played so far, but it does make sense since Ciaccona's companion quest requires a lot of attention to detail. For a story enjoyer like myself, I would put Ciaccona's companion quest at like a A or B tier. It's not necessarily an S tier because it was so long and you have to go through a lot of dialogue, which is understandably and quite arguably pretty boring. If you enjoy paying attention to the story of Remorseful and how the Order affected Ciaccona and how Ciaccona affects the people of Raguena moving forward, then you will thoroughly enjoy Ciaccona's companion quest. I liked the story, I liked the 2D animations, I liked the music, all of the really wonderful things that you already see in Wuthering Waves' main story as far as like Black Shores, Mount Firmament, and Remorseful go. But in terms of dialogue, if you don't pay attention to dialogue, then this story can be quite confusing, I would say. But overall, I think Ciaccona is quite a really admirable character. Despite not caring much about what happened to her and what happened to her family, yeah, that's really sad. I completely empathize with her, like being falsely accused of crimes you didn't commit when all you did was say or expose or even call true things as they really are. But what makes Ciaccona likable for me is how she decides to move forward despite all that happened to her. And now she's running from the police, basically. Now she's gone into hiding. I also want to bring her into Septimont because it feels like now she's technically a wanted criminal here in Raguena, but I think her songs and her influence can not only just reach within the bounds of just Raguena. I want her to have some good characterization in other regions such as the Jinzhou and maybe in the future in Septimont. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, but that would be pretty nice, but we are going to see her again later in the story, however that unfolds. I love how this companion story was also a preface to how we're moving on from version 2.3 and to an extent version 2.2, moving towards the story of 2.4 with exposing the Order for what they are after what happened with Cartethia and with everything that happened with the Exiles and the Fool's Troop with Brant and Rakia, and all of the unjustified accusations and allegations that have transpired from the Order ever since being corrupt and worshipping the Threnodian and working with the Fraxidus and whatnot. I cannot wait for the epic conclusion of Remorseful's story in version 2.4 moving forward, and how 2.4, with the release of Cartethia, Fleur-de-Lis, and Lupa moving into the new region of Septimont. So as much as people are going to skip Ciaccona, I think paying attention to her story really sets the mood for what's going to happen in version 2.4. But yeah, those are my complete thoughts. That's pretty much what I liked about Ciaccona's companion quest so far. After completing it, feel free to give Ciaccona's companion quest a try. If you enjoyed my reaction and my thoughts and analyzation of Ciaccona's companion quest, then would really appreciate a like on the video and support the channel. Yeah, let's just see where we go from here into the new Septimont region. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay awesome, God bless, and have a good one.